There was a time not long ago in 14th century or so, the basis of CONO became what we now know. We'll skip to classical economy with its invisible hand analogy, where market regulates automatically, and this began with Adam Smith. Nuts go into divide and micro telling. Can't you see the first it deals with you and me. There is something called opportunity cost. That's what I could be doing instead of writing this song, like sleeping or eating, drinking, playing ping pong, or shoveling, or sneezing. Just not this. Oh, this is wrong. So start with the basics now. Figure out what the graph's about. Where supply and demand, they always meet is where the equilibrium. Above it, we have surplus, and below it is where the shortage is. Come back to the equilibrium. The price moves up or down. Understand before we move on, or else Ivy will turn you down. What will you do then? You will be able to comprehend the news on CNN instead of being lost. Do you know the story when the USA had too much debt to pay? As houses were as cheap as cakes and people piled more on their plate. The threat of rising price levels prevented the increase in funds. Increasing the supply pay up it while demand shot to the sky. The rates of interest were too high for everyone. The government had to stop the companies from tumbling down. So now let's look at something else. How about what affects the GDP? It's not that hard, you will soon see, but it drives our economy. It has the consumer expenditure, investments, and then net exports. Plus the government has a role as well. This is not the only way to calculate this make. There's also the income way, which gives the same results that way, but needs a bit of adjustment to make it right. But now let us compare all this with that of previous years. Let's bring in another thing called the real GDP. It brings in the rising prices to keep the inflation out. We use this to see how we are doing in this world. This should get you started and give you a little This is all you need to know. This is all you need to know. Don't forget, this is all. And the rest you will learn later on, but most of it is in the song. Maybe you will sing along. Because we said so. It's Econ. Ta-da!